Asian reviews are back. Asian reviews are back, this time with PIXAR'S Turning Red from the director of Bao Domishi. So let's talk about it. I'm Asian. I'm just gonna put that out there. Sorry to break it to y'all. I'm fucking Asian. And as you would expect with a movie like this, just based on the trailers, there's a lot of Asian shit in here, as there should be. A lot of cultural stuff, a lot of values that Asian parents have, especially. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people can still relate to it, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Turning Red is good. Turning Red is pretty good. Now, I saw this alone, and I already know when I watch this with my friends, I'm probably going to like it more. Because my friends, my girlfriend and her sisters especially, this is like their Joker right now. They can't get enough of the trailer. They fucking die laughing when she's playing the flute. This is a big deal to them. So I already know they're gonna probably like this movie a lot. And when I'm watching with them, that's probably just gonna rub off on me. So I already know I'm probably gonna like this a little bit more. Having said that, this movie's still good. It feels very different from Pixar, if I'm being honest. The style, it is like pretty stylized in terms of animation. It doesn't feel like a typical Pixar movie. There is like, not that Pixar certainly lacks style. That is not what I'm saying. But it is like very animated. Oh man, you know what I mean? Like they're introducing a character and they say their name and it pans to the character and it has like a whole background with text flying at you like with their name. You know what I mean? Like that's not something that Pixar does a lot. You know what I mean? Think of like the style that Mitchell's versus the Machines did a little bit. Obviously not that much, but you know what I mean. This movie kind of has similar stuff to that in terms of that style. Pretty nice, pretty refreshing. It breaks the fourth wall and it fucking talks to you. I mean, this movie was like fairly different from a typical Pixar feel, if at least, upon my first watch. And having said that, this is like a pretty mature Pixar movie. No lie. This is a pretty mature Pixar movie. It is a coming of age story about a 13-year-old girl. Like and I'm fucking glad they actually like talk about some shit, They talk about people in like middle school, like fucking problems they have. In this movie, tackles a lot, not only like cultural like Asian stuff, like the stereotypical, like, you have to be perfect or like, you disappoint your parents, which is something very fucking real, but also like generational shit, how stuff like gets passed down from generations and how you have to like live up to that. Low-key like a take on anxiety even. And as always, at the heart of a Pixar movie, feels like something that can speak to both the kids watching and the adults watching too. In a movie like this about a 13-year-old girl, you can imagine just from the trailers, it is very much mother-daughter relationship heavy. So a lot of people will fucking probably relate to that. I am not a 13-year-old girl. Don't know if you guys know that. But you have to look at it not on that fucking surface level, Like there are things to relate to this movie. Like parents could fucking watch this and take something away from it, as kids can do the same thing. And that's what a good fucking kids movie does. And I'm glad it actually has the balls to actually like fucking say something about that shit, And this is a no spoiler review, obviously, but like, yeah, they fucking mentioned like periods. She's like a 13-year-old girl. Yeah, they did. What are you gonna do about it, bitch? Don't know why I got angry there, but you know what I mean. So you have the themes, which are good in there, and they are certainly built in, and you can see it there for sure. This movie's like, it's like pretty cute. It's just like a cute movie. It's nice. It's a nice, easy watch. As always, the animation is great. With Pixar, you expect nothing less. I mean, there's like a quick little 10-second thing where they're cooking food. Bruh, I watched this shit without eating lunch. I still haven't eaten yet. I'm gonna eat after this. Oh my fucking god, it looks so good. Like, what the fuck? It looked like they were making some like pork belly shit. Ooh. Now the third act is pretty interesting. I mean, it goes a direction that both works and doesn't work for me exactly. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there are elements of it where it felt like almost like a superhero movie in the third act. And that's something I can't really say I expected from this. It felt like a superhero movie third act. And then it like changed again into like what you kind of expect with a Pixar movie's third act. So obviously I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that part, I don't know if it exactly worked for me, at least upon first watch. I'll see though. And just because I know it's a Pixar movie, people always wonder, will you cry? Now, I am the worst person to ask for this. I just ask, once again, my girlfriend's sisters. I feel like I like lied to them about War for the Planet of the Apes. I said they probably wouldn't cry, and then they ended up like audibly crying, like sounds are coming out of their mouths and how distraught they were. So I'm a bad person to ask for this, especially because, you know, I feel like I have less feelings inside than I usually have. Like you guys know, like Coda, felt nothing. This movie, like, no, I didn't cry. Like, I've never cried in a movie, so it's not that. But God, that is such like a toxic masculine thing to say. It's not like that. I swear. It's just, I can't cry in movies for whatever reason. It's not as emotionally manipulative as other Pixar movies do. And I say that as someone who's like, yo, manipulate me, dog. Like, yo, just fucking get the tear ducts out, you know? Like, even if I don't fucking cry, like I'll tear up sometimes. Like, do that shit. I don't care. Like, look at Luca. The ending didn't need to be like that. But instead, everyone's fucking crying. Turning Red doesn't exactly have that part where it is really going for like the tear ducts there. If people do cry, which I already have seen people say they fucking cried, it is literally because they fucking relate to what's going on so hard and just the themes of the movie. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not like there's a particular scene where I really felt like they're trying to get you to cry. And I know that's some people's complaints with Pixar's, where it's like, oh my God, they're just fucking trying to manipulate you to cry, and therefore you'll give it a good rating. This one, I oddly feel like it doesn't really do that. Once again, I am the worst person to ask for that. So honestly, like, there's not a lot for me to complain about here. There's not a lot of negatives for me here. It's just that the score I'm gonna give it might even sound low compared to what I'm saying, but like, this movie is like very good. It's just its peaks didn't reach like that high for me, you know? Like, it always just stayed relatively in a somewhat high plane, you know? So I can't say I can give it like an insanely high rating, you know? I'm very interested to see what people think, because I know some people just are gonna straight up be like, yo, I don't relate to this. This movie is like, I can't buy into this at all. But I oddly like disagree. I feel like people can find something in here, and not just like if you're Asian, you know? Like, you can find something in here. You just gotta look. So overall, I guess Pixar's Turning Red is a good movie. It's very cute. I think a lot of people can find something to hold on to and relate to here. The peaks never reached as high, but then again, they got some Asian food scenes in here. God, the Lord have mercy on my soul. Turning Red, 3.5 stars. Like I said, I feel like I already know this bitch is gonna go up. Like, once I watch it with my friends, it feels like that kind of shit here. You know, it's funny. When I first heard the title Turning Red, I knew nothing about the plot. I thought they were gonna go with, I knew the director was making it, so I figured it was gonna be Asian. I was like, are they tackling like the Asian glow when Asian people drink and they get like red sometimes? I was like, is that what they're fucking going with? That'd be insane. I was like, dude, what are you talking about, dude? This is a Pixar movie. They're not gonna tackle like drinking. What the fuck? But you know, they don't call me the film drunk for nothing. You know what I'm saying?